So the first question will be, you guys were a new team this year. How did that come about? You obviously did really well. What was the secret to your success?
That's two questions, not just one. When it comes to first question, we already played with each other a few tournaments before this season, season 2019. And I think we did really well for the circumstances in Weymouth 2017. We finished third, then we played one more tournament together, and after the end of season 2018 we were both looking for partners, and we both knew that works out well, so we just decided to team up and see how it works.
Okay.
And the second question?
Have you been drinking last night, Piotr?
No, not at all.
The second question is, what was the secret to our success?
This question I am still wondering until the end of the season, but the answer is very not clear to me at the moment. It's perhaps the mixture of many factors that came into being. One of them is probably our cooperation on the court. The other thing will be trainings, like particular training impact with particular players as well. Probably as well, somehow mentally I grew up. I started to understand the game itself much better.
Is that thanks to me?
No, it has nothing to do with you. It's more about matching, actually. Yeah, this is what I think it was.
Okay. What is your team name and what is that all about?
Our team name originated on Mallorcan tournament, where there is a necessity to name your team in a certain way. And I don't really remember anymore what was exactly leading me to put that name on, but since we used it in Mallorca, and then we thought that it might be beneficial for us to maybe create an Instagram profile, then we just decided it's gonna be our nickname. And it works well as well, I think.
And your partner had absolutely no input in this?
No, absolutely not. My partner have barely any input into anything, so...
Okay. Right, well, I actually don't really want to ask you any more questions. Do you have anything to ask?
Of course, you're a very interesting person. You're the spirit of the whole tour, so you probably have a lot of things to say.
Okay, well, I don't know, we'll see about that.
I guess so. My first question to you, my friend, will be, do you have any beach volleyball hero?
Yeah, I do. Actually, Brazilian Olympic winner Bruno is my hero. Ever since I saw him play, I was just amazed at his skill, reading the game, technique and finishing, despite the fact that he's not actually very tall, but he's incredibly agile, and I can see him in me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. What is it like to play with each other? What's good about your partner? I'm really curious about your answer this now.
Yeah, well, that's a very difficult question actually, because there is not that much good I can say about my partner. I love his enthusiasm about the sport and his little stats he gives me before and after the competition. And well done, Miriam, that you just walked into.
You don't say that we have to do it again.
No, he can edit it.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know, we have to ask the question again.
Same question. What is it like to play with each other? What's good about your partner?
As I said before, there is not that much good about my partner that I could say. However, I really love his enthusiasm for the game, for the sport, and his passion. and the little stats he provides before and after the competition. I think there's this little magical part of his brain that works in a way that fascinates me, and I love how he plans the teams we are going to play and our little ways how to get to the final.
Wow. And what annoys you about me?
Oof. I think there's really just one thing, and that is laziness. That would annoy me about my partner, but it doesn't happen very often.
Thank you. I think it happens often, and you just said it happened. It will improve.
How about what annoys you about your partner?
Absolutely nothing. That's why I still play with
Yeah, very good liar, Piotr. Very good liar.
I don't know, perhaps you're too energetic. Sometimes you're way too energetic, man.
Sometimes somehow I have to win
overwhelming
the
me on
spirit.
court, and you have to stop it.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's it. Okay, one last question. I think we have.
I am going to ask you a
Okay.
question, and this will actually be for Sam as well. What was your favorite game that you have ever played, and what was the biggest achievement that you achieved on the beach tour?
For this question, I don't have to think for a long time because it's obviously semi-final in Weymouth. It was the most enjoyable game I have ever played, definitely, and the whole Weymouth as a tournament was definitely the highlight of the season.
Yeah, I would say of my career so far. I hope to make more of it.
Yeah, looking forward for that.
Yeah, looking forward to the next year.
Uh,
That was
One more question
Yeah.
for you, Ivan, is that what are our plans for next season?
well. I've already started looking for a different partner, and we are obviously going to continue playing together. We already have planned for a few training camps. We're going in February to Tenerife to train for a week, and then as we will be back, we'll resume the training all the way up to the season starts, and we want to travel around Europe and just conquer the tournaments there.
Yeah, I play in England as well, but not as much as last year, probably.
Okay. And there was a question about what would be one tip you would give to people who play volleyball, how to win games?
I don't think there is a universal tip because everybody has his own characteristics. But for me, for example, I think the crucial part of the game that I improved was my serving, and I think at the end of the day, it was a decider when the score was very tight that I just took the risk and it paid off many times. So I would say risking probably a bit more.
On the serve. Yeah.
Not necessarily on the serve, just a bit more gamble, I would say, from my side.
Okay. Yep, I agree actually. I think you stole this idea from me, so
I also stole nice serving from me and the server award for the season.
I don't agree with that. We already discussed it. And I also believe that the setting is very important, which I believe we are doing both quite well. And that's probably one of the keys to our success. Thank you very much for watching us.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Eastern European Seasoning.